Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia and this is the quick update over at the situation at the Zaporizhia front where the Russians have launched the Orikhiv offensive. I have first published the report about the start of the offensive on the DPA War channel. I'm not sure if you have caught it. So there is a continuation and some of the things I've mentioned has come to pass. And it's important thing to note is the geolocation. So Russian forces geolocated over here. And this is north of Robotyne, this is Robotyne. So Russian forces basically have captured all of these areas here. The attack, the geolocation is a Ukrainian drone attack on Russian positions. So the Russians clearly have a strong position in this sector. Based on Russian mapping, they have mapped that this entire sector south of Mala-Tomashka has also been taken by the Russian forces. So this is a very significant frontline change, is crazy big. You know, the advance is around 4 kilometers deep on average. So this is a very big frontline change. Russian forces have already entered into Mala-Tomashka, taking into half of it. And there is no clear, and the Ukrainians that I mentioned in the situation report, I believe, yesterday, I talked about how, or maybe it's frontline changes report, how the meta of Ukraine war right now was to defend a kilometer of front line maybe with just 3 to 5 people. And this is a weakness when the enemy decided to smash you with an armored column. 3 to 5 soldiers, doesn't matter what kind of weapons you have, it's not going to stop an armored column. And this is what happens when the Russians suddenly change its meta. Instead of using small number of troops, maybe just motorcycle assault troops, and decided to use an armored column against an unprepared Ukrainian defense. And suddenly this whole thing just collapsed. So Russian forces, according to the latest, in the yesterday's information, also have attacked Novoandreevka and Novodanilivka. So the situation is very tense now. The Russians are on the verge. So this was the previous line. The Russians are on the verge of fully retaking all of the areas lost in the 2023 Ukrainian super duper uber counteroffensive, which they advertised a lot for it. They're so overconfident. Then. So this is Orikhiv, by the way. This Orikhiv. So Russian forces currently is on a 3-pronged attack. So Mala-Tomashka, there is this push towards Novodanilivka, probably coming from the south. Now the direction is unclear because the frontline changes is pretty insane. And then there's another push, towards Novoandreevka, probably in the direction of Orikhiv. We are unclear. We are not entirely sure, but this offensive is tremendously powerful at this moment by the look of it. Whether the Russians will continue to push on to capture Novodanilivka or Novoandreevka, it remains to be seen, because the Russians often tend to stop their offensive when you think they are going to continue. So, but this is probably day 2 or day 3 of this offensive. So currently we are probably in day 3 or day 4. From experience, the Russians tend to stop within a week. 7 days of offensive, suddenly they stop. Even when you think that they have made some great breakthroughs and they would be able to take more advantage of it, but they don't. So we shall see how this goes, whether the Russians will go beyond 7 days in this offensive. And nearby, in the west of this position, the Russian forces at the Kayamsky sector have made some tremendous, shocking announcement. The Russian Defense Ministry announced the capture of Palivka. How how they captured this? So fighting is reported as Stepnohers and Stepove, but somehow the Russian Defense Ministry announced capture of Palivka, which puts into question what is the front line right now. So this is a question mark. I would say for now, take it with a pinch of salt. I have no idea how they reach there. But if you go by the Russian Defense Ministry's logic, they have already captured Shebaki, captured Shebaki, and they have also captured Stepove. So I mean, if that's the case and the front line has already been like this, and then they continue to push up. I mean, by their logic, it's possible that they have reached Palivka and capturing it, but yeah, we have no idea, no evidence of this is the case. But yeah, this is a pretty shocking development. And also part of the Zaporizhia front, this is actually more of the offensive over in the Koma region. The Russians also have made some major progress in the Huyai sector. So in case you're lost, this is Zaporizhia city, this is the Zaporizhia front, this is the Huyai sector, Orikhiv sector, and the Kayamsky sector. So in this sector, the Russians are attacking from the east. There's the eastern flank of offensive. And in this sector here, the Russian forces have captured Perlivka. Or could this be the other Perlivka? Ah, okay, that's the Perlivka. Okay, so that's not the Perlivka. Okay, that was kind of shocking because it's all in the same place. It's all in Zaporizhia. So it's actually this Perlivka. No, Ukraine, no, be a bit more creative of naming. Oh my god. So anyway, yeah, so that was fake news. Anyway, so Russian forces captured Perlivka. We have confirmation with geolocations or at the both end of Perlivka, confirming the capture of Perlivka. We have actually declared the capture as well. So so Russian forces continue their offensive in this sector. It's fighting at Novokhrivka. Rybitne is mentioned over across the river. Privilne, Russian forces captured Perlivka. Fighting is moving into Uspenivka. Novovasilivsky is mentioned. Novomykolaivka. Okonishe, and then there's frontline changes or Russian. These are mapped by the Ukrainian mapping, showing Russian advances in all of this sector around here. And the Russians are now pushing towards Novouspennivsky. So Uspenivsky. So this sector here is is also a major offensive region. So this one is a more older offensive. This is part of the offensive in the South Koma region. So yeah, so that's the update in the situation over at Zaporizhia front. Particularly, the main focus is actually on the Orikhiv offensive because this is pretty shocking, and this would have a bigger strategic implication than the one currently happening in the Huyai sector. Anyway, that's it. Just a quick update. Thank you for watching. Press the like button, subscribe. Happy birthday to you if your birthday today, and I'll see you guys in the next update.